We've seen some incredible runs. Will we see an incredible run right now? Shanahan leaves the line. Conor Shanahan, Toyota GT86 2JZ. He was a champion. Will he be a champion again? He's got a championship drive in him, that's for sure. As Shanahan puts bumper to wall right now, full throttle for this young man as he fires through the middle of the circuit. Shanahan pushes that car right to the edge of the track. No lifting off the throttle as he comes firing down the hill and deals with that compression. That car gripped up to 100 as Shanahan puts foot to floor, locks up the front wheel across the line. After we finish qualifying, but we go back to the line to Conor Shanahan, who sits with a 93. He comes off the line. He knows what he needs to do. This man won a championship in 2023 as he looks out the window at the outside zone. Look at that, flexes what's left of the tailgate and throws it up and over the wall as Conor Shanahan now starts to put on a show in front of the Finnish fans here in Finland. Fires through down the hill. Look at the speed he's carrying as Shanahan puts that car right where it needs to be. Stands on the throttle once again, up into the wall and across the line.
Wow, I mean, hold my trunk, right?
Just do something. That is 15 into gear, and they know it's almost a full dry circuit right now. That information fed back to them from the spotters as they come off the line. Falvey creeping already. He won't want to let Shanahan get away as they roar through the gears. Shanahan flicks that GT86 to angle, and Falvey can't be shaken as they get in to that second outside zone. Look at the aggression from Conor Falvey. Very shallow angle onto the front wheel. That GT86 he goes as they fire through the middle of the circuit. Shanahan on a blinder right now, deep into outside zone 4. They come down the hill and Shanahan pulls a gap on Falvey, but he keeps it clean. Both guys transition, mirror image, door to door. Falvey pushes Shanahan across the line.
Holy Conor Falvey. I mean, I think he felt like he was behind the 8 ball just
to go door to door, head to head. Well, here we go. It's going to be Falvey to lead out Shanahan. Shanahan's going to want to repay the favour right now, put some tyre marks on the side of that carbon Kevlar S15 as Falvey fires into that second outside zone. Once again, shallows up that angle, trying to drive away from Conor Shanahan, but there won't be no shaking. The 2023 champion as they fire through and they look for outside zone. 2 good lead lines so far, but look at the transition from Shanahan. It was bumper to bumper as they figure it out on both transitions. Second to last outside zone, door to door across the line. Are you kidding me?
Conor's like, you want to tap my door? Guess what's happening to you?
So good. Sure. So there we go. Shanahan, Conor prepping himself there, winding himself up. He's already ahead of that start line. He wants to get as close as he can to Jack as they come off the line. This will be absolute fireworks. Conor said it earlier on, get your phone out because this one will be electric as they fire through that first and second outside zone. Both guys into the wall, tagging the wall as Jack Shanahan now starts to pull a little ground, but Conor squeezes the accelerator and drives up into the door of his brother's GT86. They go bumper to bumper on the transition. Jack Shanahan firing down a beautiful lead line so far from Jack as he puts that car right where the judges want to see him as he comes down the hill. A little bobble from both guys as they fire through. They transition identical into that second to last outside zone, but there's no shaking. Jack Shanahan, he's on the door of his brother across the line.
It can be carnage.
It certainly can be carnage. It can be super aggressive. That's what it can be. As you see him come off the line right now, it's going to be Jack Shanahan to chase down Conor Shanahan. A little tentative initiation there for Conor on the handbrake for a long time, and that opens the door for Jack. And look at this, Jack closer than Conor as he now starts to push his brother into the outside zone 2 and around as they look for this inner zone. They fire through a big angle, flicked on there by Conor, probably trying to throw off Jack, but it doesn't work because Jack Shanahan fires onto the door of his brother's GT86. They come down the hill and now Conor starts to pull a little ground on his brother, but Jack shortcuts ever so slightly, fires through outside zone 6. Jack going to fire up onto the door, and he does. Squeezes Conor against the wall.
I have no idea how you judge this. I really don't. I mean,
to write them down because these two guys have gone head to head. Look at this, Shanahan looking focused as he puts that car into gear. It's going to be Conor Shanahan to chase down Peter Wojciech for a spot. The final spot in the final 4 awaits for one of these guys as they fire in mirror image on initiation. And Conor Shanahan tries to hunt down Peter Wojciech as Wojciech gets the back end of that Supra into the outside zone. A little wall tag from Shanahan upsets the line ever so slightly. And look at this, Wojciech is up and gone. That car is super fast. He almost lifts the back wheel off the floor where it fires through, but now Shanahan makes a brave dive into outside zone 5 and another brave dive as he transitions into 6. Both guys wheel to wheel across the line.
Yeah, both drivers just scrappy through it, knowing when the Irishman gets the fresh air.
GT86 off, as he pulls that GT86 off the line. Peter Wojciech fires in, he's on the handbrake. Both guys on the handbrake for a long time. Slows that car down, that opens the door for Wojciech as Wojciech now absolutely buried in the side of that Toyota GT86. And Wojciech wants this, he's hungry for it. The Shanahan leads around that first long second outside zone. They fire through the middle of the circuit. Shanahan trying everything he can to try and get away from the Polishman, but there's no shaking Wojciech right now as he fires down. Foot brake locked, and look at Wojciech, he's making dangerous moves. He's pushing that car to his limit, but he wants to be there. Wojciech's done. They get the thumbs up all around. It's Wojciech to lead out Shanahan for a spot in the final four awaits. All other positions filled. Who's going to take it through? As Wojciech fires that car from left to right, Shanahan dials himself on the door. He would have known what Wojciech was doing in that chase position, and now starts to repay the favour from the one more time. The first battle as they go round the outside zone. Wojciech fires through. He looks like he's dialed that car up to 100. He's deep into the back, and then takes the tyre off the rim. Wojciech trying to deal with it, but can he hold on? The boot lid's hanging off the car. There's no tyre on one side of the car as he puts it onto the wall, managing to get across the line.
Holy, and before they even started, one of the things I noticed is we're starting to see bare patches on track.
Perfect.
And it is changing.
And I think this comes down to, you know, comments that was made yesterday. You can't go out there and just make up the numbers. You have to go out there and drive 110%. And when you're fighting for a spot in the final four, you have to go out there and drive at 110%. You have to put that car to the limit. So it looks like Conor Shanahan's going to take a buy run here and put that car around the circuit just to try and feel out the grip levels, you know, and try and feel out what it's like, whether it's changing constantly.
Yeah.
It's smoking, but the rear tyres are smoking, but yet the windscreen wipers are on the car.
Yeah, it's really weird. It could just be a bit of mist coming through the air to hit the windshield, but either way, there are spots on this track, as we can see here.
He looks a little nervous in the car, wiggling around, sorting himself out. Well, there's no time to work it out right now. You're on the line, it's time to go. They slot the cars into gear. Through the gears they go. Heinonen flicks it from left to right and puts that car right to the edge of the circuit. Opens up the throttle, but look at Shanahan. He's on the door and now starts to pull away. As Laurie Heinonen finds a little bit of grip, some pace that's left on the circuit. The wipers are on, the rain starts to fall in Finland once again as they go bumper to bumper on the transition. There's no shaking Conor Shanahan. He wants a taste of that champagne as he pushes almost Laurie Heinonen through that hill section as they come back up the hill once again into the second to last outside zone. Heinonen goes wide, flexes the back end, and Shanahan is on the door. He's saying to him, you can do this, you've got this, you can take him down. But can he take down Laurie Heinonen? The 2024 champion takes on the 2023 champion right now for a spot in the final as Shanahan fires it into that first outside zone, dials the car in on the handbrake, but he opens the door for Heinonen. They go bumper to bumper onto the wall as Heinonen can trust Shanahan. He leans on him, he waits for the transition as Shanahan flicks it. Heinonen goes for the back bumper once again. They both go mirror image, mirror the angle, the good proximity. They transition together down the hill. Shanahan fires it in. Can he get this job done as he puts it through that second to last outside zone? Now Heinonen squeezes the ball, looks for the rear wheel as they touch the wall across the line.
Wow, both drivers need to be so incredibly proud of the effort they're putting in here today.
For a top step on the podium here at Drift Masters. He slams that car into gear. Kavir laser focused as he looks at Shanahan leaving the line. They come through the gears, a full wet circuit as they go bumper to bumper, and almost a mistake, almost contact from Kavir on initiation as Kavir goes for the side of the GT86 of Conor Shanahan, but Shanahan looks flawless in that second outside zone. He works his way around, he collects the inner, but Shanahan can't shake Kavir right now as Shanahan goes nice and deep into outside zone 4, but it's only opening the door more for Torane Kavir. The Norwegian can't be lost, he can't be shaken as he goes for it. Nice transition from Shanahan as he positions himself perfect, but once again the Norwegian's all over him.
Yeah, Torane Kavir knew what he had to do here.
We wait for that green light. Look at this, Shanahan already creeping off the line. He knows he wants it, he's hungry for it as he slams through the gears in that Toyota GT86. He goes to the back bumper of Kavir already as Kavir takes a shallower line through that first outside zone. Now he's into the wall, now he's hungry for it. But look at this from Shanahan, he's clinical. He's even deeper into the wall than he was before as he opens the door and allows Kavir for the transition. He's going to make a dive through the centre of the circuit, and he does as Kavir goes deep into 4. He opens the door for Shanahan to take a step in, and there's no shaking Conor Shanahan. He's right with him. This is mirror for mirror. This is man on man right now as machine is working perfectly. Oh, Kavir goes too hard and almost stops it, and Shanahan makes contact.
Yeah, Shanahan wanted this battle to end heads up, so decided, you know what, Torane Kavir, you don't have the momentum. I'm going to push you through the rest of this run. I'm going to make sure that this goes to the judge's decision, and what an